Hello, welcome back once again in Principles of Electronic Communication subject. So in the last lecture, what we have studied in Principle of Electronic Communication is modulation index of AM. What is modulation index in AM? So we have seen the definition which is related with ideally, and practically also we have seen what is the formula for modulation index of AM. So modulation index in AM, what is it is defined as the ratio of amplitude of modulating signal to the amplitude of carrier signal. First of all, I have explained you what is the meaning, what is the term of modulation index. As you know very well, modulation means to change, and we know very well carrier signal parameters are changing with respect to amplitude of modulating signal. So how much change that happens in carrier signal, that figure of merit is indicating by the term known as modulation index. So modulation index in a very simple term, it is just nothing but it is a figure of merit which is indicating how much the percentage of change you have done in your carrier signal. So it is indicating how much the percentage of changes you have done in the carrier signal. Either if you are talking about amplitude modulation, so the change will be in the amplitude of carrier signal. If you are talking about frequency modulation, the change will be in terms of frequency in the carrier signal. So how much change you are doing in your carrier signal, that thing is indicated, is known with the help of a figure of merit term which is known as modulation index. So we have seen the definition of modulation index of AM. It is a simple, it is the ratio of amplitude of modulating signal to the amplitude of carrier signal. So modulation index, it is denoted by small letter m, and it is the ratio of modulating signal amplitude to the carrier signal amplitude. Here the notation is used, modulating signal amplitude is denoted by notation EM. In my previous lecture, I have shown you the notation which I have used, VM. So it is upon us to use whatever the notation we are using. Either you can use EM, either you can use VM. Similarly, carrier signal amplitude is denoted by notation. Here it is shown EC. We can also use VC also, because voltage unit is V, so we can denote it by V also, or you can instantaneous amplitude, so you can represent it by E also, capital letter E, capital letter V. It is up to you, to whatever the notation we are using. Both are correct. So modulation index in AM is defined as the ratio of EM by EC, or you can say VM by VC. So this is ideally the definition. Ideally the definition of modulation index of AM. Also, if you want to express this modulation index term in terms of percentage, so simply you have to multiply this ratio by 100. You will get percentage M, means modulation index in terms of percentage. How much percentage you have done, how much percent you have changed in your carrier signal, how much percent changes observed in the AM amplitude modulation. So percent M is simply EM by EC multiplied by 100. So this is ideally definition of modulation index of AM. And also we have seen the practical definition of modulation index. If you want to calculate modulation index by observing the modulated signal, by observing the AM signal. In AM we have seen there is a two reading Vmax and Vmin. So by observing the reading of Vmax and Vmin, if we want to calculate the modulation index of AM, so what is the formula for calculating the modulation index of AM by observing its waveform? So the simple formula for that, Vmax minus Vmin upon Vmax plus Vmin. So if you have seen this AM waveform, in this AM waveform you can identify the two readings Vmax and Vmin. So if you want to calculate the modulation index of this AM waveform, this particular AM waveform, if you are observing this AM waveform, and if you want to calculate what is its modulation index, how much percent change it has been done in this particular signal, amplitude modulated signal, for that you have to calculate these two readings. First one is Vmax and the other one is Vmin. So if you measure properly the Vmax and Vmin reading, then you will be able to calculate its modulation index by using this formula. A very simple formula, M is equals to Vmax minus Vmin upon Vmax plus Vmin. So in this way, you are able to calculate the modulation index of this amplitude modulated waveform by measuring its two readings, Vmax and Vmin. So I hope I have explained you the modulation index of AM by ideally also, by practically also. Ideally, the definition is very simple. It is the ratio of amplitude of modulated signal. This is amplitude of modulating signal. This is modulating signal. So what is the amplitude of this modulating signal? Similarly, this is the carrier signal. What is the amplitude of carrier signal? Just the ratio of both these values, you will get the modulation index of AM ideally. And practically, we have to calculate, we have to measure the two readings, Vmax and Vmin, and put in this formula. Then we are able to find out the modulation index of that particular waveform. Further, in our lecture, in the last lecture, I have explained you the effect of modulation index on AM waveform also. So what is the effect of modulation index M on AM waveform, on modulated signal? Modulated means AM signal. So I have explained you the different cases on the value of M. If M less than 1, if M equal to 1, if M value greater than 1. So what are the changes we are going to observe in that particular waveform, how the waveform is look like, and this case waveform is known as by which modulation. So I explained you that concept in the last lecture. Once more time, I'm repeating you. The second case which we have studied is for M less than 1. M less than 1 means what? Modulation index value is less than 1. So you know very well, if you want to get M value less than 1, for that amplitude of modulating signal must be lesser than amplitude of carrier signal. So amplitude of modulating signal, if less than carrier signal, then only the M value will be what? Lesser than 1. Then only the M value will be what? Lesser than 1. So this is the case which is known by which modulation? This modulation is known by which modulation? Under modulation. So we have seen in the waveform also, if modulating signal amplitude is lesser than carrier signal amplitude, then this upper side band and lower side band will not touch each other, as modulating signal is lesser than carrier signal amplitude. So this modulating signal will be in the upward side only, and this lower sideband will be in the lower side only. They will not be touch each other at the horizontal axis also, or neither they will overlap each other as in the other cases they are doing. So this case M less than 1 is known by which modulation? Under modulation. And this case is only preferable for our modulation, as the information is fully transmitted properly without any touching with each other and overlapping with each other. So this case is only preferable for AM signal, amplitude modulated signal. The other case which we have seen is M is equals to 1. So for M is equals to 1, that must be EM is equals to EC. Means amplitude of modulating signal must be same as amplitude of carrier signal. If amplitude of modulating signal is same as carrier signal, then only your M value will be 1. And this case is known as 100% modulated, fully modulated. Means you have done the full modulation of your carrier signal. Fully amplitude you have changed the carrier signal. So in this case we have seen this upper sideband and lower sideband will touch each other at which axis? This time axis. So over upper sideband, upper side change and lower sideband will touch each other. In this case, M is equals to 1 at horizontal axis. So what I have explained to you in this case, this is known by which modulation? Critical modulation. Why the name is given critical modulation? Because there is a criticality between this extracting the information from upper sideband or lower sideband. As you can see, this upper sideband is touching the lower sideband. If you want to extract your information from upper sideband, then there must be some part of lower sideband will get mixed with upper sideband also, because they are touching each other at the horizontal axis, time axis. So it is very difficult, it is very critical to extract our information from this case. That's why the name given critical modulation. M is equals to 1 is the case of critical modulation. Further, the next case which we have seen is M greater than 1. For M greater than 1, the amplitude of modulating signal must be greater than the amplitude of carrier signal. So in this case, which we have seen properly in this diagram, there is not shown properly the overlapping of this upper sideband and lower sideband. So this upper sideband will come in the some part of below the negative side also, and this lower sideband will come in the positive side also, part of this in the positive side also. In this case means what, the upper sideband and lower sideband will overlap each other, that's why this case is known as what, distorted type waveform, because upper sideband is totally overlap with the lower sideband. So we are not able to extract our information from either of the upper sideband or lower sideband properly. So this case is known as distorted type, and this case is also known by overmodulation. For m greater than 1 value, this is known by overmodulation waveform. And the very last case, simply m is equals to 0, which I have explained you my first case. M is equals to 0 means what? You have not done any modulation. You have not done any modulation means you are getting carrier signal as it is without any modulation, means carrier signal is as it is. No modification in the amplitude of the carrier signal. So this is nothing but just your normal carrier signal without modulation. It is nothing but normal carrier signal. So AM weight m is equals to 0, no modulation takes place. There is no modulation in the carrier signal. So I hope I have explained you all these cases properly very well. What are the effect of value of m on the AM waveform? So if the m value is less than 1, the case is known as under modulation, and in this case upper sideband and lower sideband will not touch each other. They will properly travel, and the receiver will properly extract his information from either upper sideband or lower sideband. Second case which I have explained you is m is equals to 1. This case is known as critical modulation, and in this case what we are observing upper sideband and lower sideband will touch each other at the horizontal axis, at the time axis. Next case which we have seen, this m greater than 1. This m greater than 1 means what? Your amplitude of modulating signal is greater than amplitude of carrier signal. So in this case, this upper sideband and lower sideband will overlap each other. That's why we are not able to extract our information properly from either upper sideband or lower sideband, as they are mixed with each other. That's why this type of waveform is known as distorted waveform in AM, and this is avoided. We are not using this case, m greater than 1 case, we are not using in AM, as this case is known as distorted type AM waveform. So, and m greater than 1 is also known by which modulation? Over modulation. Last case which we have seen, this m greater than 0. M greater than 0 means what? You have not done any modulation. You have not done any modulation means what? This is nothing but just normal your carrier signal, as it is your carrier signal. Please mute your video, Islam Nabi. This is known as unmodulated carrier signal. Here are some example. If you are changing the information signal, like if you are changing the information signal in the form of triangular form, so what will you be able to observe in the AM waveform? So in your AM waveform, you are going to observe some different types of waveform. As I have said you, the carrier signal amplitude is exactly changing with respect to the amplitude of what? Modulating signal. If your modulating signal is in the form of triangular waveform, Islam Nabi, please mute. Islam Nabi, please mute your video. So if you are doing your modulating signal in the form of triangular form, then your AM waveform will be in the form of triangular shape only. Your carrier signal amplitude will be changing in the form of triangular waveform only. So this is the change we are going to observe with respect to modulating signal. The carrier signal amplitude is changing, and the resultant AM waveform we are observing like this only. Amplitude of this amplitude of modulated signal will be observed depending upon the amplitude of modulating signal only. So if you are able to observe this modulating signal is in the form of square wave, then the resulting AM waveform will also follow the amplitude of modulating signal only. As the modulating signal of is in the form of square wave type, so the resulting change in the AM waveform, the amplitude change, will also exactly follow the modulating signal amplitude. So this is how the carrier signal amplitude changing with respect to the amplitude of modulating signal. So this example I have clearly shown to you as to clearly understand the carrier signal amplitude is changing exactly with respect to the amplitude of modulating signal. If your amplitude of modulating signal is in the form of sine wave, then you are able to observe sine wave waveform. If your amplitude of modulating signal is in the form of triangular waveform, then you are able to see the waveform in the form of triangular form only. as you can see here, this is the triangular waveform type. This is square waveform type. So in the paper also it is asked the question like this only. Draw the AM waveform for modulation index of M 0.75, M is equals to 1, M is equals to 1.25. So for M is equals to 0.75 means M less than 1. This is the under modulation AM waveform. For M is equals to 1, this is critical modulation waveform. And for M greater than 1, 1.25 means greater than 1 over modulation type waveform. So I hope I have explained you properly. This is the case, the effect of M value on the AM waveform.